And welcome back to Hannity. So the president made some very bold claims last night in his final State of the Union address, but it's time for a reality check and my comments on the real State of the Union. On the economy, the president said this.
Anyone claiming that America's economy is in decline is peddling fiction. Now, what is true, and the reason that a lot of Americans feel anxious, is that the economy has been changing in profound ways.
All right, reality check. When you look at the numbers, well, Obama is the one peddling fiction about the economy. For example, take a look. During his time in the White House, median household income, when adjusted for inflation, has been completely flat and hasn't actually recovered fully since he's been in office. The labor participation rate is near a 40-year low and has been under 63% now for 21 consecutive months. And instead of putting people back to work under this president, the number of Americans dependent on government is surging. A near record 45 million Americans currently receive food stamps. That is an increase of 42% since January 2009. As for poverty, the president talks about helping every American get ahead, but this again has not been the case. Since 2008, the poverty rate has shot up 17%. 46 million Americans now live in poverty. And the dream of owning your own home has been made a nightmare under Obama for many Americans. The rate of those who own a home has now dropped several percentage points. Now, we also saw record numbers of foreclosures during his presidency. 2011 was the worst year on record for home sales. And under the president, our national debt has reached very dangerous levels. In January 2009, when he took office, it stood at $10.6 trillion. Well, that's almost $19 trillion today, a 77% increase. By the time he leaves the White House, he will accumulate more debt than every other president before him combined. And because of this massive accumulation of debt, for the first time ever, America's credit rating was downgraded in 2011. And that's not all. Now, last night, when he wasn't misleading you, the public, the president also took shots at the GOP frontrunner, Donald Trump, and his proposed Muslim ban. Take a look.
We need to reject any politics that targets people because of race or religion. When politicians insult Muslims, whether abroad or our fellow citizens, when a mosque is vandalized or a kid is called names, that doesn't make us safer. That's not telling it like it is. It's just wrong.
All right, so as Newt Gingrich pointed out on Twitter last night, quote, as President Obama defends Muslims and mosques, he's being watched by two nuns whose religious liberty he threatens. No word about Christian beheadings either. And when you look at the data, it's clear that Obama has become the divider-in-chief. A recent NBC News Wall Street Journal poll shows that race relations in this country are at a 20-year low. Only 34% of you, the American people, think that race relations are good. 64% say they're bad. And politically speaking, the president has not ever been a good leader of his own party. We can't forget, when he came into office, he had a filibuster-proof 60 seats in the U.S. Senate and 257 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. Since winning that election in 2008, get this, the Democrats have lost 11 governorships, 13 U.S. Senate seats, 69 U.S. House seats, and over 900 state legislative seats. Plus, according to the latest CBS News New York Times poll, just 27% of Americans say the country is on the right track, compared to 65% of us who say it's on the wrong track. And the scary thing is, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We can go on for days talking about the president's failures and numerous scandals.